grandkids and your daughters have Facebook.
Okay, so
Colorado
we
Public Libraries.
so welcome everybody. Where it's time for Grandma Reads a Story, and this is a joint program with the foster grandparents program of Oakland County, sponsored by Catholic Charities of Southeastern Michigan, and of course with the Pine Public Library. So we have with us today Grandma Kay, and we're going to read a couple of stories here today. And so take it away, Grandma Kay. She's going to read This Little Light of Mine.
Okay. Good afternoon. My name is Kay Bernard. I'm a volunteer in the Foster Grandparents Program of Oakland County, sponsored by the Catholic Charity of Southeastern Michigan. I'm excited to be here with you today. Welcome to our weekly program. Grandma Read a Story in the partnership with the Pontiac Public Library. Let's get started with our story. Today I'll be sharing two of you. The first one is The Little Light of Mine, written by E.B. Lewis.
Story.
This light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. This light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. So he's looking out the window. Let his light shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Hide it under a bush? No. I'm going to let it shine. Hide it under a bush? No. I'm going to let it shine. He's talking to his grandmother. Hide it under a bush? No. I'm going to let it shine. Maybe his grandparents, but he's telling them he's gonna let his light shine.
Sure is. With all those high fives around him. Yeah.
Seems like he may be talking to his grandfather.
Mhm.
Still, he said, I'm gonna let my light shine. He said, let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine. Won't let no one blow it out. I'm going to let it shine. Seemed like he was with some of his friends. And he's saying he's gonna let his little light shine. Won't let no one blow it out. I'm going to let it shine. Here, seems like they're going to play basketball. So he's by himself and he's still saying, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. They all together again. Everyone, everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. And all his friends, one is riding a bike. And he says, everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Seems like this is the one here. The man saying, everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. At the table eating with his family. And he still said, everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. It's the end of this storybook.
Well, thank you, Grandma Kay. That was wonderful. I loved all of the things you pointed out. And this book is, you can check this book out through the Pike Public Library, and it has, as she showed you at the end, it has the music in it. And so if you want to, play an instrument, or you want to sing it, or you want to play something to accompany it, it's got the music for it. So I think I was just touched by the beautiful pictures and the family and the friends, and that whole wonderful joy. So thank you for reading that so delightfully. And then the next one. So what was your favorite part, Grandma Kay?
About, I'm gonna let it shine.
Yeah.
But everywhere he went, he wanted his light to shine.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I got out of reading the book.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna let my little light shine. Everywhere he went, he wanted his light to shine.
And you pointed out, even when he was alone.
Yes.
Or with his friends,
Mm-hmm.
or with his grandparents, or with his whoever, uncles, or whatever. He's gonna let it shine everywhere. Yeah. So yeah. So there's something about that. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. I mean, who cannot feel that?
Yes.
Let anybody blow it up? No, I'm gonna let it shine. Won't let nobody blow it out. No, I'm gonna let it shine. Won't let nobody blow it out. No, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Hide it under a bushel. No,
No.
I'm gonna let it shine. Hide it under a bushel. No, I'm gonna let it shine. Hide it under a bushel. No, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. And you know, the thing about it is, what strikes me, plenty of people want you to hide your light under a bushel. Because they
Yeah.
don't appreciate your light. They
Mhm.
don't want to thank you very much, or maybe rudely very much.
Yes.
But, you know, it's that light, that's that joy, that's that spirit of the spirituals. I mean,
Yeah,
that's why
spiritual
they're so
song. Mhm.
compelling, because they're spirit and it comes out. And it's something about spirituals. Spirituals led to, you know, to all this modern music and it, because it's just so compelling. And so I encourage anybody you out there, you know, check out this book. The artwork is beautiful. It's making me, I wasn't planning on singing, but Grandma Kay did a wonderful job of touching me with it, the story and her words and it, the joy. And it just, you know, so anyway, but and it is so I encourage you to check the book out and share it and sing it because it's a wonderful song and the pictures are wonderful. And what I like is at one point he's sitting there, his head's down, kind of dejected, and I don't,
Mhm.
we've all been there. We've
Yeah.
all had those moments, but he lets it shine.
It shines. So God gave us a gift, and He got
Yes.
that gift. He want to let His light shine.
And God gave us all that gift.
Yeah.
And just because someone doesn't appreciate your gift doesn't mean it lacks value.
Mhm.
So thank you for getting me singing unplanned. So yeah, and so the next story is a wonderful one too. It's about a university that's still around. It's about Fisk University in New Orleans, and I had a wonderful time, and I hope anybody out there would like to. It has some historic, beautiful. Oh my gosh, beautiful buildings. They have if you go to YouTube, there has the tour of the historical buildings of the Fisk University. It's got Belmonts and it's got these bell towers and I mean and wood and oh it's just beautiful. And and it's I think they're celebrating their 150th anniversary.
Mhm.
So I encourage anybody to go there on YouTube and they have some of their songs. So take it away, Grandma Kay.
Okay.
So this is Band of
What
Angels.
is the Band of Angels? You can introduce the book now.
The Band of Angels. By Deborah Hoxton. My Aunt Beth called herself a treasure keeper. The treasure are in the stories about our family she keeps in her heart. Of all these treasures, my favorite is the story of my great grandmama Ella. Show the pictures. Grandma Ella was born into slavery. Aunt Beth always began, but no one could change her voice. Everywhere she sings a part of that child, the way swallowed a part of the sky. As Aunt Beth talked, I closed my eyes, imagine a girl who long ago was loved to sing. I see her slipping into an empty church to practice on the old piano. This is the piano. When Ella was 14, the Civil War and slavery ended at last. Aunt Beth explained it was now the law that everyone, black or white, could get an education. But most schools and colleges were still only for white people. So when Ella heard about school for free slave and but she had no money to pay for it. Ella began to keep a jar for coins. This is a jar she had her coins in. As Aunt Ella tell the journey, I see her on this high seat, eager for her first sight of Fifth School. When a shadow wooden building appeared before her, she is not disappointed. She was excited to go to school at last. This is her on her way. The first person Ella met in school was Professor George White, music teacher. This is Mr. Professor George White. She helped out her money to him. I'm afraid this is only enough for 3 weeks, he told her. Ella must have felt discouraged than before him with her little trunk, no bigger than a pie box at her feet. But she didn't let that stop her. She just kept walking to make those 3 weeks longer and longer. But she washed dishes, she waited on tables in the dining hall, she gave music lessons to children in town, and late at night, when everyone else was asleep, she sat up with a basket of knitting. I imagine Ella had bent over her work, needles flashing in the lamplight. A book popped up on the table so she can study while she sews. And I know my great-grandmother had a love learning inside her that glowed like a warm flame. No matter how tired Ellen was, she was always ready for music. It's her still playing on the piano. She loved music. The first time Professor White heard her singing, he invited her to join the church choir. It wasn't long before she was playing the piano and singing too. So she played the piano and she was singing too. Soon they had learned many classic pieces and popular songs of the day that white people sang. But the choir sang the old slavery song too. Didn't they, I asked? Shh, wait. Ain't Beth laughed. We haven't got it to that part yet. It was raining in that fall and the roof leaked. The student room was cold and damp. One night after practice, Professor White had bad news for the singers. Our building won't last long, he said. And there is no money to fix them or build new ones unless someone can be done for fists to close. All Ellen friends were working hard to pay for school. Jenny Jackson took in washing, Benjamin Home, Wade Taylor, Green Evan did odd jobs like painting and hauling gravel. If fists closed, they had no place to study. Their dream for a brighter day would be lost. So this is a part of the book, and I'm going to not read the whole book. So this is it.
Okay, so what do you think happened? So what do you want, a challenge for everybody to check the book out and read the rest of it? What is you're not going to read the whole thing? Is that the challenge, Ron McKay?
Yep, it's okay, it's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot of pages.
A lot of pages, so.
Yeah,
Mhm.
okay. So, do you want to skip to the end and tell us what happens, or do
Okay.
you want them to find out and check out
Okay.
the book and find out themselves? What
Okay.
do you think?
I'll skip to the end.
Okay. Get a couple, 3 pages in the end.
As her story ends, and Beth is quiet, thinking about the past. I put my hand in hers. When I grow up, I want to be a Jubilee singer just like Grandmama Ella. And Beth smiled. Yes, but Grandma Ella would want you to do something else too. I know exactly what is that. Grandma Ella worked so hard singing, she never had the chance to finish her studies. None of those brave Jubilee singers graduate from this school they love so well, but I will. Okay, so that's the end of the book.
Whoa, okay. Okay, so did you have a part that you liked? Obviously, you beamed at the end. So, but what is there a part that struck you about the story about this university, Fisk University, and these singers, these band of singers?
She never gave up. She worked so hard singing. Said none of them was brave singers, but they graduated from the school they love so well. I enjoyed to let reading that they did graduate from the school that they love so well.
You think about it, there's this band of angels, they call it, that this 150 years later,
Mhm.
it's still a university. They still I encourage people, if they're interested, can go to YouTube. They have some YouTube and about Fisk University. They have a historical tour of their beautiful buildings. They also have, actually, I think it's tomorrow. They have a virtual concert, so you can go to their website and you can hear their, on Zoom, a virtual concert. And there's past YouTubes of some of the past music they've done, and it's all the beautiful spiritual music. And so it's still, 150 years later, and that's amazing to me. And it started out, these kids didn't have any money, didn't have a way to earn money, newly freed, no education. And yet they started this university 150 years ago. And they're the ones that made the money. They went all over the country, and actually they ended up going all over the world.
Yes.
Can you imagine these poor kids at the end of the Civil War? No education, no money, and they went all over the world. They went all over the world. They had their places. People would stand in hours in line in this period, so I mean, it's just, the story is amazing. You think of the challenges of the pandemic and how difficult things are. It was them, how difficult it was for them, and they to me, the song goes with this story. This
They never did give up.
I'm going to let it shine, no matter how hard it is, no matter how many obstacles. And her 3 weeks of only having enough money for 3 weeks for education ended up saving the university, and 150 years later, it's still. So check it out. I encourage you. It's a wonderful story, and it's a beautiful. I mean, it's got some old beautiful bell towers, and these amazing pictures. They got a life size. Some country, I forgot which country, had a beautiful life size portrait of the original band of singers, and it's in there. It's just amazing to me.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you so much, Grandma Kay, for sharing this story time with me and these 2 books. And take care, okay?
Thank you. Same to you.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Bye.